Oliver.
There you go. Oh, there's the game board on.
Do you know how many rooms I just looked through?
Oh, it's
Holy
a lot.
fuck.
Yeah.
I don't care about this Swedish fish.
What do you mean?
If that makes sense.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right, let
Yes.
us talk. Is Knox not around?
He went to sleep earlier.
He said that he were gonna come back later, but not sure when that is.
I would say so. I don't like.
He put himself in timer.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Okay, I have a meeting, so do your thing. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yep. Thank you.
Now, I'm gonna unload a lot here. Because I'm gonna speak my mind as I'm on my way out. That I have for you all. I guess congratulations, Phoebe, on getting stabbed or elected. I don't know which.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
I
you.
saw the
Congrats.
news
Me a
article.
ship.
It's a landslide.
Yeah.
Wait, was it a landslide?
It was a landslide. I got over 200 votes. The next
What
person
was the
had
next-
like 100 something. And then the other council members got like 81.
So I'd like you all to go to court docket filing number 63. Oh, is this the one? Oh, it's a different one. Hold on.
How do I
Looking at
search that?
245, probably, right?
Maybe.
How do I search that?
What's the title of it?
State versus Daquan dumbass.
Oh, okay.
If that's the one he's talking about. It's number 245. Find it, Phoebe.
No.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
don't know how
Phoebe,
to search it.
Okay, Phoebe,
It's
open the court
Yeah, go ahead.
docket, and then you'll see there's a tab there that you have to select the closed dockets. If you don't select closed dockets, it's not going to show you that docket.
Ah, okay. What do I type in?
The
245.
DAQ and 245.
Okay, I see it.
Now, so this is my first thing, okay? So, number one, Dante is a member of the LSPD still. He self-dissolved CID on Friday, right? Phoebe, you were still the council president when, I guess, Chris stabbed the entire fucking DOJ.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have, first question I have is how the fuck does Dante self-dissolve the CID under your nose, Lane or Knox's? I don't understand how that was allowed to fucking happen.
I never
Or
see
nothing was done
all
about it.
all
No, let me keep going. Then number two, I want to, on this docket, I want to showcase whose name's on this in here. Colt Cassidy. Right? Now, where the fuck is my name on the plaintiff, the witness? Where am I tagged in this court docket? And then how was this case then dismissed with prejudice? Talon, you're the fucking Chief Justice now, or you allegedly are. So I expect you, maybe you do the job. How the fuck can a brand new justice, and I fucking know he was appointed days ago because I was told about it, the court clerk, now turned justice, able to dismiss something like this with prejudice without the proper people being put on the plaintiff field, the witness field. And then how can multiple people tell this motherfucker they can't attend this, and he forces the time and date, which I've talked to him about already as a court clerk, then also allow this shit from Dante. If we can't find one, it may have something to do with CID not being a department. Did anyone fucking read this for 2 seconds, including the judge of the case or the fucking chief justice, or maybe someone from the fucking LSPD lane? Did not see that Dante purposefully committed fucking government corruption on the docket, and no one did nothing about this. Can we talk finally, maybe, about what the fuck is going on? The DOJ fell the fuck apart, Vance, right? You and Luna had a fucking jockeying for power. Let's call it what it is. You two were out there trying to fucking cut each other's fucking throats. It's fucking bedlam in these streets. Apparently, an executive order was placed to place someone else as chief justice. The mayor has no power to do it. Let's just look. Listen, I read the fucking Constitution and I said, I don't see that here. And then I ran it through ChatGPT. ChatGPT said he didn't have the power to do it. Then I ran it through Claude Opus 5. I ran it through Fable. Everyone's talking about that bitch. And Kimmy, let me tell you, Kimmy said some things about it too. Said everyone's fucking stupid. And then on top of it, I just, I don't know. What the fuck, Vance? Where was your common sense in this? You're the chief justice. How can fucking 6 AI models and the game warden out chief justice you? And you went and you just took the chief justice chair, played like nothing was wrong. And what is the Justice Department supposed to be all okay? I don't understand. How can 80% of the DOJ quit in a week without anyone doing anything? What the fuck is going on?
I don't have a response for him at the moment because I'm fucking cooked. Ugh. Trying to read this docket.
Vance, anything?
I'm reading through the docket.
What are we doing here? How is Valentino not have a fucking bench warrant out at the moment? Like, am I crazy, Lane? Like I mean, you can tell me I'm crazy.
I didn't even see that. The last I heard about this, because I don't know who it was. If it was Mercy, it was somebody was like, nothing's been pushed on this case yet. It's not on the docket. And I said, how is it not on the docket? This shit should have been on the docket like a week ago, right? So I told somebody, get it on the docket, and they were like, oh yeah, we'll put it on the docket, and then it gets put on the docket.
Who did you tell to put it on the docket?
I don't see any of them. I never see them. Dante never works when I work. I saw him one time in the last 2 weeks, and that was yesterday. And he said, I couldn't make the case, so I'm gonna drop all the charges. I said, what the fuck? No, you're not. That's stupid. That's absolutely stupid. And he was like, well, I already asked for them to push it back, and then they couldn't. They said no. They denied it.
And Vance, how do I'm up in a fucking ranger station. How do I find out from this fucking case by someone telling me that I got fucking dismissed with prejudice? How is that how I find out about this case?
I have no idea why they haven't included you. I'm reading through this docket now because this was from what I understood, this was the incident up at Howie Clothing, separate from the incident of Mercy being shot, separate from the incident of House being stabbed, because someone a couple weeks back told Dante to separate the dockets into 3 separate dockets and post them each individually.
Oh my God. What are we doing here with our lives? Why are we making this shit so complicated, Vance?
I don't know.
At some point, someone got to say something, man. Someone got to look at this shit and say, that makes no fucking sense. Like at some point, push got to come to shove on this stuff.
I agree. It's fucking stupid. Game over. I 100% agree. It's fucking
I don't
stupid.
care if he got charged or not. I'm gonna be honest. I can't even remember what this is about. I'm gonna be real with you. If they put me up on the stand, I wouldn't have been able to tell you what the fuck happened. I'm gonna be real. I wouldn't have known. Dead ass. But the fact that I learned about it after, I just can't. I just can't. It just blows my fucking mind.
I found out from a news article that they stepped down.
Yeah.
That's how I found out.
Like
found
we
out-
need to
Are you
figure
talking about
something out,
CID
Vance.
or fucking
I agree.
DOJ?
I agree.
Well, a
Or
mixture of both.
both.
I found
Because-
out. I found out most of
it's
the things I find
intertwined in
out
a
from the
lot of
news
ways.
before I find out from anybody.
So
I found out that CID quit because fucking Mikey was telling me that Gush shit on fucking
Oh,
Mercy's
no,
lip
I'll-
in the courthouse.
I'll get to that. That's part of the problem.
And this shit all happens over fucking a weekend when like a lot of people don't work on the weekend. It's scheduled. The docket pops. Sorry. Like Vance, when did you tell me that it was getting pushed because they filed it wrong?
I can't remember when because I brought it
That
up
was
to
like
CID.
Thursday. That was
Yeah, I
literally,
brought
like,
it.
Thursday. So I stayed up to talk to Dante.
So
Like, I like 6 hours after my shift normally ends. I literally slept in his bed in his house so I would catch
Oh
him.
yeah.
I
remember you said
told
you'd
him,
sleep in his
yeah,
bed.
yeah. Remember you left me at the ranch? I stayed there. I talked to him. Then I guess this happens, and then it pops up on a Friday night.
Knox,
Saturday,
how
Sunday
does
goes
he
by,
dissolve
and it's
CID?
scheduled Monday.
I mean, Lane
Dude.
was around. This is what I don't get. Lane was around.
For what?
I literally patrolled with you this weekend. Don't even try it.
Wait, for what part? What part?
I don't have a drink. I'm gonna
The
pass
docket
on.
Okay.
being open.
Oh.
Look, Mikey and Goose, that's a topic we need to unpack. That's not a topic we need to unpack with the Chief Justice or with Phoebe. It's why I didn't bring it up yet. It's on my fucking
Probably
list.
with a doctor, dude. Pink eye is a real thing.
He's an idiot. I've already said it. I want to talk to you and Lane first about this because I know he was eyeing up LSPD. So it's no good for me to just do something about it. So, Talon, I
Yes.
gotta ask, man, what the fuck do we do from here? Because this is actually a clusterfuck, man. I don't want you to do anything about that docket that just happened. Who gives a fuck, right? In terms of like that doesn't need to be moved
Yeah,
and not with prejudice.
how it
I'm not
got
gonna
to
petition
that
for any of
point.
shit.
Yeah, how it got to that point
So
and
make
why
sure
it
doesn't
is at
happen.
that point. Yes. No, I agree, Game on it. Look, I've been in a bit of a bubble where I've been trying to do things, but I've not been certain to what extent I could push things. If need be, I'm gonna start pushing. Firstly, the clerk's office is a fucking mess. I stood up there and watched 5 clerks stand up there and watch this trial. It didn't make any sort of sense. Secondly, I've had an issue with some of the judges, just all of them trying to press their nose into others' business, which this docket is a part of it. I see 3 judges going into this docket, and then a clerk making another note that it's filed incorrectly. People have gotten way too deep into it instead of focusing about getting things pushed the right way. Because this case itself, I can tell you, it's been refiled about 4 times on the
We
docket.
gotta pick and choose, Vance. You know, like
Yeah.
there is such a disparity in terms of what a criminal expects to the letter of the law going into court versus what is expected out in the fucking field. The DOJ don't fucking match the reality of this fucking city. I'm just going to tell you that straight up. There is like 3 warring forces in the DOJ. People who are like super particular on like filings and wording. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy. Like there are some people that just didn't get the fucking memo.
No, I can agree. Even the clerk's office, they pushed SOP a couple weeks back, which is for civil filings, you've got to file a pre-docket. Then after the pre-docket's resolved, then you go to the main docket. Then it goes to a judge. Then it goes to court. People have just lost the plot and gone way too deep into the black and white of this docket, which I want to strip down. I think there's way too much shit guiding people in specific directions, and some people look at it one way and others look at the absolute black and white and look at every single detail they can find about it.
Yeah, there's too much shit going on. There's too many people, too many different voices.
Agreed.
It needs to get figured out. And then the other thing is, everyone's operating over these old executive orders. Baby, what are you and the council going to do about it?
So we have been doing things about it. I pushed an ethics review that never got looked over. I've actually talked to Vance about a couple of them and made sure that I forward them to him when they've happened. We did vote on some of the executive orders yesterday. The problem is when stuff is done right before the weekend and I'm the only council member around, I wasn't sure what I can do. I was the only council member around. And then the Chief Justice or Deputy Chief Justice Coyote did the thing where he put in to strike them down. They put their own ethics committee together before we were able to do anything about it. And then they struck those executive orders down. Yesterday, we did a vote on the Rangers one, the radiated fish one, and we struck that one. We amended that one. So almost every single executive order has either already been voted on or amended. And since I've gotten into office, we had a brief meeting, but I wanted to try and get everybody together. But my first thing that I'm working towards is the taxes and the pay, because that's been a big issue, is where the money comes from and where it goes. We had $4 in the bank account the other day in the government treasury. So the treasury has been a very difficult thing in the taxes in general. I was able to talk to an assistant and got a better idea of how some of that's supposed to work. So the current top of my list is the marijuana legislation and the taxes, and obviously cleaning up the other legislation that's in there.
Okay. So what do we do to get the DOJ back on track? Because we can't have had all these people quit and not do nothing about it.
We
That shit's
need
gonna blow
a
the
head
fuck
of
up.
bar. That needs to be an actual position that's filled. Like
A what?
Mercy was head of bar. Like Mercy was really good. Like just because of how active she was, we can't go back to not having someone like that. Whether it's gonna be Hank or it's not, I don't know. I haven't seen him. Heard he's in ICU.
Hank?
All right, so on the
Yeah,
head
Last I
of
heard he was in
bar,
ICU. I haven't heard from him in a while.
yeah, the only other sitting bar member at the time was TomTom. So Mercy went to TomTom to hand it to him, but he's only been doing it as acting because he wasn't sure if he would be able to keep that. That is something that we're gonna have to figure out. Whether we put someone else in there, I don't mind, but I do agree we need to find someone for that position.
I would definitely trust TomTom on that.
Also, what are we doing about this clown fucking? You basically have the DOJ controlled by a fucking whole fucking family now.
I'm gonna get
Do
rid
you
of
think
him.
the fucking relationship overlay was bad? You got a full fucking family in the DOJ. Did anyone see that yet? A literal full
They're trying to push a mime act
family.
right now too. I don't even
Oh,
understand
and
what
they're
this mime
pushing
act
their-
is.
How has no one brought that up? There is literally a family of fucking clowns. The DOJ is controlled by literal fucking clowns. I just want to
All right.
point this shit out because I don't
No,
know
I
that
know.
anyone else sees it, and I'm starting to feel crazy. Like maybe I
think it's
have-
been pointed out, but I don't think it's been conversated about, you know?
I
Yeah,
feel
you
like
don't wanna
I'm
be
fucking
clownish, you know
insane.
what I'm
like I'm
saying?
losing my mind.
Oh,
like
God.
maybe I fucking lost it.
Hey,
Did I fucking tell
Mustang!
you that you could
Hey,
fucking
nah.
join this circle? Go wait outside, Goose.
Oh, yes, sir.
Oh. And don't fart on your fucking way out.
Cool.
Hi, Barry.
Hello.
I'm about
Hey,
to put
Mrs. Finch.
goggles on when he comes in here.
Hello.
Mr. Van.
So
Hey,
I'm
Oliver.
bringing
Hello.
this shit up
Hey.
because I'm on my way out. I'm trying to groom a replacement right now.
Oh,
That's what I'm
who's your
trying to do.
replacement?
Barry,
Okay.
probably, if he does good. But Barry says he's going to strike down on people.
I'm gonna strike down.
Um,
I'm gonna strike down on people.
All right.
Perfect.
I would love to see that.
The
Yeah.
first thing
I think-
I'm gonna work on is fixing the clerk's office to the point that it doesn't look like a clown show. Strip it bare that the process of getting to court isn't as complicated as it is, where people have been denied cases because it's quote unquote filed incorrectly or to someone's opinion it doesn't look right. Then I'm gonna have to have a look at the judges, see who we still have, who is active. Probably call a full hands DOJ meeting and see who is still available in the DOJ to get a bearing on what I have at my disposal.
Whatever happened with the judges that went against judges in that one court case?
Judge on judge crime.
What
It
was
was
the
just
one
the Game of
fucking
Thrones.
up and quit out
So
of
Larry,
nowhere?
yeah, well, no, so
It
Larry
was
was
the Game of
running a
Thrones
case.
last week and a half.
Larry was running a case, and then 2 judges were texting and trying to interfere with the case, and then he quit.
That's what I would have done.
Fans, how the fuck, fan? Are you going to be around enough? Number one, are you going to have enough of a backbone to be the Chief Justice? I gotta ask.
Yes.
I gotta ask. I've had you rule on my cases. That
yes.
shit gotta get
Game
fixed.
order.
I'm just saying.
I
it.
can-
Look,
I
I'm
can
not
assure
letting
you-
any go. I'm on my way out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
no,
say it how it is.
I can assure you, I will have the backbone as long as I have the backing.
Did you say
I
hump
can
the
prom-
backbone?
What the fuck?
No, I will have the backbone.
You heard that too,
I
right?
heard that. I
I think
heard
he said
that.
have, but it sounded like hump.
I heard hump, and it's almost
You,
hump day.
I mean,
Hav.
after all the allegations the last 2 weeks, you can't.
No,
blame me
no,
for
no,
thinking
no,
you
no,
said
no,
that.
please, please, no. Please. All right. I'll get it sorted out within a week. I'll have this fixed. If that long.
Yeah, they also need to know that the person that's in charge fucking cares about them. That's the other
Agreed.
thing that's missing. They need to know that someone gives a shit about them and the problems they're going through and everything that's happening. That's what they fucking need, especially in the DOJ. They need that.
A shoulder.
They do.
Mhm.
They need a shoulder. They need it.
I think that was, if I saw anything just from the outside, is that everybody seemed to not know who to go to, what to do, where things were, what was going on. Because it was always just Mercy and Hank that would be the go-to. So when all that stuff happened, it felt like it all fell down because they were kind of the building blocks holding it up because we didn't have a
Yeah.
Chief Justice around either.
And I doubt Mercy comes back.
There's
I'm
Tom
sure you
Tom,
can
by
talk
the
to
way.
her.
Oh my
But there
bad.
needs to be a better understanding of who's in charge because everyone was judges and everything were talking, thinking that they could tell them what to do, right?
My understanding was Mercy and Hank.
It was, but yeah, Mercy was head
This
of
is
bar,
what
and
the
Hank was the
entire
lead
thing
justice.
was about.
Mhm.
This is literally what the entire Mercy court case was about who's actually in charge.
Yep.
And the judge basically ruled that, I mean, well, I guess he didn't, but made it seem like whoever's head of bar is in charge.
I think the problem was there was that limbo period where the executive order thing happened, and then there was an injunction.
Mercy
then there
should
was
have
an
just been the
injunction on
chief
it.
justice at that point. If that
Yeah.
is that is how it was meant to be. It got confusing, I think, with the head of bar, probably. With how
Yeah, I
did it.
think it got.
That's all Hank
even
and
if
Mercy though. Like
even if
They
Hank
were
just
supposed to be
took
appointing a
Chief
Chief Justice. They
Justice.
had a meeting about it, and it just didn't happen. So I think not having the Chief Justice, that person at the top that is considered that person, people misunderstood who was in charge.
yeah, I agree.
So having it written out, having it properly in the Constitution that says, you know, the separation of the different branches, explaining who is in charge, what their powers are, who they communicate with if they have issues, and the succession of it. I mean, it's mostly in there. There's just
It's
there
all
were a
about
couple.
the succession.
Yeah, because I mean, if somebody goes missing or if a case happens and there's a person missing from that, who gets to appoint them? Who gets to put it in there? Obviously, we know it should not have been an executive order. But when that happened, and then we don't
Yeah.
have enough council members around to vote on things or the right people around to talk to actually make shit happen, I think the communication is obviously where it all falls down.
Listen, Vance, I'm hopeful for you. Okay, I'm hopeful for you, but I'm just trying to keep it real. That shit needs to
No,
fucking
be
change.
honest. Be honest. Get more than always be
people need
honest
to
with
fucking
me.
change, Vance. It needs to fucking change right now because this shit that happened today, that happened on something bigger, like a bigger deal. Like, can you imagine that happened on like some serious charge against like a really serious government official or something like that? Just imagine if that happened in something like that.
I agree.
Wasn't it attempted murder
I
on the
mean-
head
No,
of
no, no,
bar?
no. That this one dropped
this
today
this was
was
against me. Something happened to me apparently.
What?
no.
Tina.
th-
I don't even
That's what's
remember.
There's been
confusing
multiple-
about this.
Multiple people kidnapped and tortured and hurt and things. There haven't been court cases.
This
too, so.
one was about 2 CID officers that were shot and or stabbed at
Yes.
the Hallward clothing store. But since Dante was told to file like 3 different dockets for 16 different charges, Peanut racked up like 7 different court charges over the course of 2 weeks. Right. And there was different case files on all of them. There was like 14 different reports. The DOJ told him to file a bunch of different dockets with different reports for different situations, even though it's all the same person. That's why it got so muddy. But this one specifically was only on that one report of the 2 CID operatives that were in the clothing store that got ambushed by Daquan dumbass himself. That was dismissed today. The rest of them are still outstanding.
Oh my God, this
Festus
is
is the one that should be tagged in on this shit. Like,
I have literally never seen him. Like, actually, I've seen him
He
one
just
time.
makes-
taking
he
that.
I
just
see
makes
him
plea
been
deals.
around. That's
Appointment.
bullshit. That is
yeah, I
bullshit.
see
He's been
him like
around a
at
lot.
night. He's around at night.
He is going to be out for the next week and a half, 2 weeks though. Like he is going to be out for the next week and a half, 2 weeks.
Festus?
He's got out of state on trial. Yeah, he does. He's got to be out for the next 2 weeks.
He's a busy guy.
Yeah, when he gets in trial season out of state, it's busy for him.
Yeah, because he's
So-
never around before 10 p.m. Eastern. 'cause
Yeah, he's
like,
later. He's
already
like,
like
Yeah,
on
that's
the
why I
west.
don't see him.
Yeah. That is why you don't see him. But like that's why like I come around at night so I can see him.
yeah, he's a later night guy. If you're relying on him for earlier in the day, it's not going to happen.
No, I know.
So we need to
but
get
just
someone put
gotta
in that
hire
place
people.
then.
You need someone for this time of day. You
Oh.
do. That's what needs to happen.
I do have another thing I want to bring up. According to the Constitution, we're supposed to have a police oversight committee, but it never says in the Constitution how that is established.
Just figure it out.
Well, aren't committees outlined how they're established in the Constitution?
Ethics committees, but not the police oversight committee. I wasn't sure if that was the same
I
thing
have
because
no
it didn't.
idea. I didn't fucking write that shit. I don't know.
Could
Yeah,
probably be
Mercy
the same
did.
thing then.
Didn't Mercy write it?
I don't know.
I think that's what she said was telling people. She wrote it, so she was telling people how to interpret it, which is why that
People had
executive
an issue.
order. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's literally what led to.
But I mean, that makes sense. And also,
It does.
what is going to happen about fucking Chris King stabbing everyone?
And me, probably, right? I'm assuming that
Yes,
was.
Well,
him.
he just got
Yeah.
arrested. He literally just got arrested and had a
And-
bench trial in there. Oliver,
And
what happened?
everyone's saying he's fucking corrupt, but I don't see
I'm
no
not
one
sure
pushing
about
no charges.
the end result. But,
He had a warrant.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a warrant
Wait,
for
for
it.
corruption?
No.
For the
But the-
stabbing.
Because
No,
he was
stop
wrong.
it.
He
Stop it.
wasn't-
Everyone's
Secondary
saying
he
he's
wasn't the
corrupt, that he
mayor.
broke all these laws, and then no one
No,
do anything
no.
about it.
But
I
that
don't
was the
think so.
person. That
Someone
was the
gotta have a
person
fucking
that stabbed.
backbone and do something about it.
I don't think he was corrupt. I think he was legitimately interpreting the
Mm.
Constitution one way and doing what he could, but like
Properly.
I don't know. It is.
How
Like
could Tommy
he-
Tinker do this?
there's two people in the council plus him, and one of them's not around, so he was passing stuff, and it's like
He was doing it
how are you supposed to
purposely when
have
I
a vote?
wasn't around. though.
Exactly, I know, and he was.
I don't know how
Yeah.
you can simultaneously have no power and then pass 50 fucking executive orders.
I mean, I've never
all the
said he has
power.
no power.
He's
He's
like
definitely.
He's like the emperor liquidating the fucking Senate. This guy.
Anyone ever seen
That
that
Star
show
Wars?
Emperor's New School? Technically,
Yeah, I've
he's the
seen
emperor,
that.
but
He literally persecuted his political enemies while in office, and no one has done anything about it. I do
I
not
just don't see it that way.
understand what the fuck is going on.
No one
He
takes anything to
Led
court,
an
though.
inquisition and told people to arrest fucking Mercy. Like, I don't know why can't anyone else see that for what it is? He literally persecuted his political opponent. He took down the checks and balances portion of the government. Like, what are we doing here?
I mean, I just didn't see it that way. I still don't really see it that way.
You don't
He
see it
just-
that way.
No,
He
because
literally
there
was
was
talking
no
to
Chief
me, talking
Justice.
about how the only thing he cares about is seeing her demise. And
So if he was
weaponize
talking to
the
you about
police
that-
force, yeah.
But if he was talking
and I
to you
reported
about
it.
that,
And I reported,
No.
I'm the fucking game warden, Knox. I'm not the fucking CID. I'm not the LSPD. And I pushed it to the people who are supposed to push it.
we
I
handed
told
it
them.
to CID.
I had
Yeah,
CID
but
tell
you
me
guys
to
are in
find
charge
someone
of
else to look over
CID.
my case
They
as
said
well.
there was nothing there.
Oh my God.
Like there are
But it's on you
investigative
guys to push
arms.
them. It's on you to push them. You're the fucking LSPD. You're the city cops. You got to push them to do that shit.
Gotta
It's
push.
like
They
the
don't
CID
fall
shit.
under us.
No. So like,
Yeah, they do.
so
Since
like,
when?
no.
Since
So this is
always.
what actually happened. I'm about to draw a fucking map. Hold on.
Get them up.
We don't need a fucking map. We need solutions. Knox.
Listen. So what happened was there was no Chief Justice for a while. So he appointed one with an executive order, which
Yeah,
by
how does a
definition
mayor-
in the Constitution makes that Chief Justice the head of bar, which is then what started the whole thing. Because at that point, technically, Mercy's not the head of bar because he appointed a new Chief Justice, which is the head of bar. And
No.
then Mercy, at that point,
This is
who's
brain dead.
technically unemployed,
This is
was
brain dead.
no. This is
No,
what
they were not
happened.
technically unemployed though, because they were not the chief justice. It was appointing a chief justice. She was not the chief justice. Her and Hank were never fired. They were going around saying that they were not fired ever. They were
So
being
Hank
dramatic.
and Mercy were saying they were fired when they weren't.
Yes.
Yes, they said that to me as
I
well.
literally tried talking to Hank. He's just being dramatic. They were never fired. He said, "But it took my job." He was never the chief justice. That was even if the executive order was or wasn't what it was. Even if he was allowed to appoint it, they were never fired. It never said in there that they were fired. If you actually read through the executive order, he
There's
wrote.
No, I know it
nothing.
didn't,
There's
but it
nothing that
appointed
gave the mayor the ability to put a fucking state issued chief justice in
No.
place.
And that's
Meaning
why it
that
was
whole thing-
injuncted.
And
It was
technically,
injuncted.
I don't see how Coyote had the power to do what he did.
And then it was flipped.
And that was the other problem. So the thing that they did where they struck down the executive orders without using the council, without us putting an ethics thing in, before we can actually convene and vote on them, that happened twice.
Listen, the minute that a-hole wasn't able to be around, there should have been an interim chief justice placed.
And they
That was
talked about
what
it, but
the
they never put
executive
it
order
in.
was.
No, but the mayor can't appoint a fucking chief
It
justice.
needs to be the
Who was
DOJ
supposed
that
to
does
do
it.
it then?
The Hank was.
Mercy and Hank, they literally had meetings about it and
Literally.
just never did it.
It was all outlined.
Yeah,
There's
they never did
full
it.
outlines for this stuff. Full. The mayor can't place a chief justice. It's not clear. It does not say that in the Constitution. Either way, it got to get fixed. Vance, I guess for now, is the chief justice, so he's got to see it through.
All
How
right.
is Vance the chief justice?
Yeah, well,
Because
that's been my concern because
Coyote.
Cody.
Because yeah, go for it.
Yeah,
But
my
you just said, how
concern.
can he even do that?
Yeah, that's
he
been my
can't, from what
concern.
I'm interpreting.
So Coyote, there was like the injunction, right? And then so the problem was Judge Luna, she did the thing where she injuncted and then she didn't. What happened with that, Talon? Where she like made herself and then reappointed you and.
Yeah, so she injuncted it and then it got thrown off. I never
Oh,
obeyed the executive order because I didn't see it as factually binding. It was unconstitutional in its inheritance, so I never took the seat at that time. I only took it once Coyote went up there and said, "Oh, by the way, Vance is now Chief Justice." And even then, I've been in this little limbo of, am I actually, because I don't know what gave Coyote the authority to say that. So I've been...
Who made Luna the deputy chief justice during the injunction?
So before the injunction was filed, that was myself.
Right. So you did take the seat of chief justice and you named a
There
deputy chief
are
justice.
so many problems in this chain. That's
Oh,
what
we're just
I'm
leaving
saying.
parts out.
Yeah, that's the point I'm making here is that everything was fucked. That's my point. Everything is fucked.
Wake Hank up.
The
Make him-
DOJ turned into fucking Game of Thrones. That's my point.
Mhm.
It needs to not be that. Like something needs to fucking happen. Like, listen, people were, everyone had the tools to do what they need to do, and this shit went fucking crazy. This shit went crazy.
Agreed.
It shouldn't be that way. This
Agreed.
none of this should have happened. And at some point, someone should have fought Chris's injunction on the placements of the DC and the CJ and all of that. All of that should have been fought, right? If people thought there was something weird about it. And I think it did get fought at one point, right? Like
And
one
we
of
ended
those
up
things was
voting. We
fought in?
ended up voting on it, and the chief justice one got injuncted. So that's why when we voted, I abstained on that because I thought the injunction was good. I thought it was set. I thought that's what the injunction was for. So the rest of the council voted on the other executive orders, which is what's supposed to happen with them in the first place. Is the council is supposed to vote with the mayor on things like that. But I told him I
my
disagreed with the
God.
way that the executive orders were put in the first place because the way he was doing it.
I feel like we're talking in circles.
It is. We are talking in circles, but it's not like you'd fucking listen either way. So, well, it's fucking true. I know what he's fucking like. I've had enough of these conversations. You don't listen to shit after the first 3 fucking minutes.
Why? All right, let me
useless.
just bring something up. Why is there not like executive orders should be like, I know this is how it is where it goes until you vote it in, right? But why is there not a time limit on that? Like, you guys should have like 72 hours to have that vote.
4 days is what's in there. But
Yeah,
the problem
fuck
is he
that.
was doing them before the weekend, and we also had no full city council. So it was
Which has
me
been a
by
problem
myself.
since immediately after the election, which is what
Yeah.
I brought up immediately after the election,
hmm
was that there's
It's-
no fucking council,
Okay.
which means that they can do
So-
whatever.
Okay. None of this fucking matters. Okay. You should have fucking done something, Knox. And you should do something now about the CID problem. Number one. That's on you.
Well, they all fucking quit. And
But-
I've been trying to find a replacement.
Today,
Today, I've been trying to find a
well, I
replacement.
think first of all, you should clarify to people that CID was not fucking dissolved if it's not dissolved.
I mean, it basically was. I mean, all of them quit. They
No,
lost
just
dissolved
two of
means
them
that it's
quit.
ceasing to be an entity, which they had no authority to do. And then he was welcome back right into LSPD.
There's still people that want to be a part of CID. I can tell
Who?
you that are looking to find out what they can do. Rosa, Larry, and then I forget the other guy's name.
Larry.
Yes.
There's a guy that wears the
quit.
cowboy hat. I can't remember his name.
Okay. Knox, you need to take care of fucking CID.
I'm on it, even though I
Number
fucking
one.
hate detectives.
Vance, you need to
my
take care of
whole heart.
fucking DOJ. All right? That's what needs to happen.
All right.
Listen, I'm out.